Hello, my name is Ilona and today is April 15th, 2024. And there are rumors that apparently Klaus is sick and taken to the hospital. And Klaus, I'm talking about, of course, the WEF Klaus. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing publicly has been announced, and I always work with what is known to of course, to a lot of people, what is publicly known. Of course, I believe that he's not himself for a very long time by now, but we'll have to wait and see. People still see him obviously as Klaus, and we'll have to wait and see if the rumors are true. But it's very interesting that apparently he is sick and in the hospital, and I wouldn't mind him leaving the stage. But we'll have to wait and see what will come out, if something will come out, or if it's just rumors. But I thought that was very interesting, and I shared a couple of these messages on my Telegram channel. In this video, I want to take a look at the Middle East, obviously, with what's happening with Iran and Israel. A lot of things have happened this weekend. There were a shower of rockets going the way of Israel from Iran. Jordan, the country, helped apparently Israel with taking them down. The Iron Dome also was functioning very well. Strange that it wasn't functioning last October the 7th, but it was now functioning and apparently could take care of all kinds of things. Interesting. Why wasn't it functioning on October 7th? Anyway, so much is going on there. There's a lot of talk now, of course, that Israel is going to respond. And in America, there are again talk about sending money to Israel and, of course, also Ukraine. I do believe that the Ukraine is on its last legs, but I've been saying this for quite some time, but we'll have to wait and see. But we do know, even here in the Netherlands, it was reported in an article that a general mentioned that or a retired general, it's not going to last very long, Ukraine. And I think everyone kind of knows, and even in the media, it's starting to show that it's not really going to go anywhere. And so in this video, I wanted to take a look at, of course, the energy of Iran, Israel, what's going on there. There was also a very interesting message that I shared on my Telegram. This had to do with, of course, a certain letter in the alphabet. And this is from April 14th, 2018. Iran next. Trust the plan. April showers. Showers in brackets. Do you believe in coincidences? I don't. Thought that was very interesting on the date itself and mentioning the country and of course showers. And of course, like I mentioned before, the rockets were showering Israel. And it's a very strange way of looking at it, but it's very fitting. So just see with it what you want, if it resonates with you or not. But I thought that was very interesting that it was made in 2018. So I do believe that we're kind of still heading towards the plan of the Whiteheads. At least that's how I see things. I know there are people with a different perspective, and that's of course completely fine. So the cards I've got on this situation on Iran, Israel is the 8 of Cups. I've got the 10 of Swords as the central card. I've got the Empress in the past. I've got the Tower card underneath the 10 of Swords. And very interestingly, I've got the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. And these are very passive cards. As you can see, there's not much movement going on there. Yeah, there's a cup moving here, but it's not from the person actually in the card. He's just standing still, not happy with what's going on. Dissatisfied with what's happening around him, not open for things. The 2 of Wands has a little bit this well, who cares attitude, indifferent attitude. So this is very interesting. If I apply that to, of course, my question, I have a feeling that, well, Iran certainly is not going to respond immediately. And I'm not even sure if Israel is going to respond in a rapid way. It's possible. There are a lot of dark energies, of course, with Israel. Of course, the letter also mentioned in one of the messages that Israel will be last for reasons that were not being told at that moment. But we know, of course, and I'm not talking about the population in Israel, I'm talking about the puppets, the dark energy puppets there. And of course, they are everywhere, not just in Israel, but also in other countries and other groups in that area. And they've been financing each other because they want chaos there, they want a low frequency. But I have a feeling we're not going to immediately see responses. Israel might, especially with the dark energies, they want this war, they want chaos. But I do believe that Iran will have a very, will kind of keep a distance there. Although with these cards, I'm not even seeing immediately responses even from Israel. But we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think it's going to escalate immediately. Certainly not with these cards. They are very passive in a way, just kind of standing still. So we'll have to wait and see. But this entire what happened, moving away from a situation where people are not happy with, 10 of Swords, ending of something. I do believe that the end game has been put into motion now. And the tower is the old system falling apart, completely falling apart. So I believe this was very important. It was put into motion. 10 of Swords ending things like this is I think this is really the end stage we are heading towards. This was part of an event that was necessary to put things in motion. It's falling apart there. Things are being shown to people, but the entire situation there, of course, right now there's a lot of fear. Countries are closing their airspace, and a lot of things are happening now in the Middle East. People are advised not to travel to the Middle East, or at least that area and those countries that are involved or close in that proximity. It's very interesting. We'll have to kind of wait and see, but I don't get an immediate escalation. We do know the dark energies want, of course, a third world war. They need it for the low frequency, for funding, for getting their hands on money. It's their way of controlling things. But I don't see it right away. I do believe it will seem like the Third World War will start. It's necessary for people to, be pushed out of their comfort zone, to have this, being able to wake up. That's how I see things. This is necessary also. I kind of lost the train of thought in my Dutch video, but that's what this was about. I saw a few videos. I usually don't watch a lot of videos, but I've seen a few also about this red hat, orange hat, green hats. Very interesting. So I'm probably going to talk about that in another video. But there was also mentioning, again, I've kind of lost my train of thought, and I just got it what I wanted to mention. What was I talking about? It had to do with gene decode and with giving people the opportunity to wake up. Again, I lost my train of thought. This is just the same thing that happened. And I just had it. I just remembered what I wanted to talk about. Well, I'm probably going to talk about it in another video then, because I think I'm going to make a video about a few videos that I've seen that was talking about all these hats system. I've never heard of that. It was very interesting. There were some people asking me about red hats. Apparently there were some different perspectives on these red hats. It's just interesting. I just had it and I lost the train of thought again. Well, then apparently it's not necessary for this video. It probably will happen in another video. Anyway, I think it's just hilarious. I just had it and lost it again. Well, it's just the way it is. I think it has to do with the energy coming in and something strange with the energy. Although I do feel lighter. The dark energies are falling apart. So we are going to see more frantic moves from their side. We have, of course, the false flags. Unfortunately, in Sydney, in Australia, again, someone was stabbing people. Unfortunately, I do believe those people are being activated. They are MK Ultra and they are programmed to act in a certain way. And unfortunately, they are being used to create chaos, lower frequency, keep it on a lower frequency. They need that lower frequency and they're kind of losing it. And I do believe that with what happened last Monday, with the solar eclipse, with all the energies coming in, that the dark energies are fading away, and they can sense it. They know they are fading away. So we're going to get some very desperate moves from their side. And that's what I was just kind of talking the train of thought. It is also preparing people for the most likely takeover by the military. So it's that's, I think Gene Decode mentioned this. It's also about training people to understand, because all these things are happening. People need to understand if there's going to be a takeover by the military. People are not going to be frightened of that or scared of that, but understanding that is for their own good. And so a lot of the awful things have to happen for people to understand that this is really necessary. We are really in a war. This is bigger than we ever thought. That's what I wanted to mention. All right, well, this is what I got for the Middle East and the feeling I'm getting. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen. And then this was interesting enough. I also looked at the energies of this week. And the first card that I got for the energies for this week is to wait and see. Kind of have to step back and see what's going to happen. I do believe that whiteheads are making their moves, but there's going to be sadness and disappointment. A lot of people are, of course, fearful of what's going on now, and of course the thought that there could be a war started. It's, of course, there are wars going on, but a third world war is frightening for a lot of people. There are a lot of other things happening. Mr. T is now for the court, that case, which is another ridiculous court case. But again, this will lead people to see what's really going on. But I do believe this week there will be a lot of sadness coming up, a lot of things coming up, but also moves from the whiteheads are being made. But we'll have to kind of wait and see what's going to happen now. And for the energy for the advice, we have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So for ourselves, the advice is to leave behind things that really don't fit with us anymore. It's important to let go of those things so we can create a new beginning, a new energy, especially with all the new energies coming in. Past weekend, I actually slept quite a lot, which is quite rare for me, but like I've mentioned before, with the week I took off, I slept a lot as well. So it's also, when you sleep, you heal. Your body is about balancing things. So I do think it was necessary to bring in new energy. So this week we can really start using that new energy, but don't jump into things impulsively. I do believe these cards are very suitable. Take a step back, see what's coming in. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this is the only knight that doesn't move at all. There's no movement here. It's just standing still. Look at things first and see where you want to put your energy. So if there are things you don't want to put your energy anymore, then leave it behind. But it is the time to start using it. But first look at things. Take a step back. Where do I want to put my energy? And then become active and really focus on that. Because it's also about using that new energy that's coming in, grounding it. That's what we're here, what we're supposed to be doing here with the Great Awakening, that we ground that energy, bring it in, and start manifesting things. So this is what I've got for this week. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.